Hello, my name is Destiny Nava, and I'm going to talk about my analysis of the article Body Ritual Among the Nasarima by Horace Minor. This article captures many ideas from American culture as well as portrays how American culture looks from another perspective. To me, it truly captures how we feel so normal doing certain things while others can find it completely bizarre and out of the ordinary. For example, the article uses the phrase medicine men in place of the word doctors and temple or latipso for hospital, then continues to say that the people of the Nasarima tribe put a lot of faith into these medicine men, even though they're undergoing such harsh treatments in the temple. This made me understand how hospitals and doctors can be such a crazy concept to those outside of the American culture, like putting all this trust into these random people. So, after analyzing how the American culture can be perceived, I was able to identify a ritual from my culture. I am Mexican American, so I take part in a lot of Mexican cultural traditions. I also am female, so when I was thinking of something where these two cultures collided, I thought of a quinceañera. A quinceañera is a celebration of a girl's 15th birthday. The girl is also called a quinceañera. This is a huge celebration used throughout Latin America to symbolize womanhood. And different families have different methods of celebrating. Some have huge parties. Nowadays, they're kind of getting a little bit smaller. Some have different, like, best friends with them, and they do dances, or some have, like, surprise dances, a lot of dancing. But it is typically an extravagant party based on religious beliefs, with very meaningful events that the celebrant will cherish for her entire life. Um, and I believe that other people could see it as over the top and dramatic, especially because nothing is necessarily going to happen right away when the girl is deemed a woman. However, it is something that Latinas look forward to their entire life and don't really second guess the importance because they were born into it. Just like how we don't really second guess doctors and hospitals that often because we were born straight into this culture where it's so widely accepted. So, um, also in American culture, girls are not considered women until they are 18 or sometimes 16, so it doesn't seem so significant to celebrate womanhood at 15 to the American worldview. But the symbolization of a quinceañera has actually changed a lot since it has come about. The original purpose of a quinceañera is to celebrate a girl's passage from childhood to becoming ready for marriage. The father of the daughter would give his approval of becoming a married woman. But now gender roles and stereotypes have changed, and women have advocated for being seen more than just someone to marry at such a young age, especially. Hence why a quinceañera now symbolizes the start to womanhood rather than marriage. Quinces have made some influence on Americans since America is very diverse. There are a ton of Latina girls having these large parties throughout the country. So American girls had an idea of throwing large parties that took inspiration from quinces for their 16th birthday. This is usually a less formal celebration called a Sweet 16, which also symbolizes womanhood, but it just doesn't have that religious belief behind it and isn't very, like, family based typically, like a quinceañera is. And these cultural changes were extremely beneficial to the US culture. Quinceañeras changing to celebrating womanhood rather than being handed off to marriage is a huge moment. This goes along with women's rights of all sorts, but seeing women as something more than just an object to be handed off when reaching a certain age was certainly a huge step. Even in the article, body ritual among the Nasarima includes a passage describing some mistreatment of women done by men. It says, female clients, on the other hand, find their naked bodies are subjected to the scrutiny, manipulation, and prodding of the medicine men. So these changes for women are definitely something that needed to happen in the US. And now from the country making these changes, there are so many more women in leadership and just have women in these higher power roles in life. We aren't just subjected to being an object to get married to. So yeah, that was my analysis on this article that we read. I really enjoyed reading it. It really opened my eyes to a lot of things I hadn't thought about before. I never really thought about how such basic things that we do every day could be seen as unusual to others. But yeah, thank you.